Well, I'm getting comfortable. Hey, look at me. I'm in a real shirt and everything. Hi, this is Neil Palache with popcorn in his teeth. I was hungry, so I had popcorn this afternoon. Hey, I'm on a tad early, but I want to make sure that everybody gets on. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Hope all's well. So, today I'm going to talk about marketing. For those of you who saw my Facebook post, you saw that I'm going to talk about marketing. Now, you all know I'm not a marketing coach, but one of the things that I do very well is save people money. So let me introduce myself again. Neil Palache, money coach, owner and founder of the Wealth Creator Company for Women. And as I said in my Facebook post not too long ago, I have been learning a lot from my coach, Casey Eberhardt. Casey is a business coach here out in Southern California. I've been working with him about 6 months. And although I did some posting and had a pretty good Facebook audience, MailChimp audience and all that good stuff, he's really taught me a lot. And one of the things that I've realized is that although in many cases money needs to be spent on various marketing for your business, there are also many marketing tools that are either free or very low cost. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And as you know, I like to keep these short and sweet, so we'll be about 15 minutes. And then if you want to listen to this on YouTube later, it's on Periscope for 24 hours, then YouTube after that. Then I usually send it out to my mailing list once a week. So next Monday, you will get today's YouTube link. So if you want to sign up at www.thewealthcreatorcompany.com, subscribe, you'll get great weekly tips, and I'll also make sure I send you out a link to each of the periscopes as I do them and as they get uploaded to YouTube. So, look, some of this stuff is going to be obvious to you. You already use it, so I'm going to skip through this stuff pretty quickly. But I want you to make sure that everybody knows what's out there. We'll start with Facebook. I know you all know about Facebook. I can't believe that pretty much anybody doesn't know about Facebook. But one of the things that's just been added to Facebook is Facebook Live. Now, I'm going to be doing Facebook Live broadcasts as well. In fact, maybe starting next Monday, I'm actually going to have a second instrument Monday at 5. So I'll have this going for Periscope and another one going for Facebook Live. It'll be, some of the same people, maybe different people, but, people use different types of vehicles. So Facebook is, I think there are over 1 billion people. You got to be using Facebook if you're not. If you are if you're professionally oriented, if you're job searching, if you are a lawyer, an accountant, a financial advisor, realtor, mortgage broker, and banker, many other professionals, you probably want to be looking at LinkedIn, another free site. If you're not looking at LinkedIn, take a look at LinkedIn because it is excellent. It has a lot of opportunities. You can pay for advertising. By the way, you can pay for advertising on Facebook as well. You probably know that. But all of these are free. LinkedIn is free, and you should definitely have an account. Don't forget about Twitter. Twitter is very popular. You've got to limit the amount of words that you can put. Actually, you've got to limit the amount of digits, letters that you can put on Twitter. But it is very popular, very big, and very free. Actually, there's no such thing as very free. It's kind of like saying very unique. I'm not quite sure what that means, considering that unique means one of a kind. Not quite sure how you can be very one of a kind if you're one of a kind. I know. Crazy stuff, isn't it? So, very free. There's only free. It is free. Pinterest. I was talking to my my weekly phone partner today, and she was telling me, Neil, you got to get on Pinterest. Your audience is on Pinterest. Picture-oriented, photo-oriented, excellent site. I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but it's terrific, and has certain kinds of audiences that you need to know about. Google this stuff. Google it for audiences. In other words, when you look at this stuff, don't just assume, oh, I'm going to go on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Pinterest and the whole, sometimes you want to go on certain things and sometimes you want to go on other things depending on what your needs are and the audience that you're trying to get to. So, Facebook might be more popular in a general sense. LinkedIn is more popular for professionals. Maybe Pinterest is more popular for people who are a little more artsy, a little more right brain oriented. Maybe Twitter is more for the people that are, let's say, entertainers and name speakers and that kind of stuff. So take a look at what all of these social media outlets are used for and make a decision as to what your marketing plan ought to be based upon those criteria. But they are all free. I mean, that's the best part. I mean, it used to be that all we can do is put advertising on television, radio, magazines, and newspapers. I mean, that was it, and there was no such thing as free unless you were lucky enough to get an article in a newspaper or a magazine, or get seen at a sports event or something. You could do some advertising, but bus benches, you name it, it all costs money. So to have this free resource is just incredible. And I'm not saying that just because you're posting on any of these things that all of a sudden there's going to be a line around the block, but come on, we've got all this free stuff, so let's use it. And you will make money doing it if you use it in coordination with other things that you need to be doing. Of course, you've got to have a good product and a good service. And you've got to give people tremendous value, and by doing so, you will grow your business. Now, there is a meeting site called Meetup. Now, this is one of the things that isn't free, but it's very inexpensive. It's I'm going to say it's 12, 13, 14, maybe $15 a month. And there are literally thousands of groups on this Meetup site, but it enables you to make a group of yourself for yourself. And regardless of what business you're in, you can have a meetup group, because you can do a meetup group about anything you want. You can have yes, Skylar, thank you. My friend Skylar's on there. It's free to participate. Good point. It only costs money if you want to run your own group. That is a very good point. So if you just want to go on there and be a member and look for groups and look for things to do, it is in fact free. Thank you, Skylar. Very good. Skylar Dubrow, CPA extraordinaire, just in case anybody needs a fantastic CPA out here in Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village. So thanks, Skylar. The meetup is tremendous, though. I have a couple of groups that I run myself, so you get 3 groups that you can run for every $15 a month that you spend or whatever it is. So it's terrific. But yes, you can participate for free. Fiverr. If you have not heard about Fiverr, or if you've not used it, if you've heard about it not using it, I would highly recommend that you do. It's a little, it's not really deceiving, but I will say this: it doesn't just cost $5. I know that people say, look, Fiverr costs $5, that's why it's called Fiverr, and there is a ton of stuff that you can get for $5. But to be clear, you can also upgrade what it is that you're buying, and when you do upgrade, it's another $5, another $5, another $5. So now, regardless of all of that, if you spent $50 on Fiverr, the amount of value that you would get for $50 would be mind-blowing. I have done it. I have had people make me brochures and business cards and logos and come up with names. And I mean, you would be amazed at what is on there. And you're talking to people from literally all over the world. So sign up to have a Fiverr account. It's free to sign up. But, when and if you hire somebody, you will pay the $5 plus whatever else it is that you need. And you can also offer services on there. So if you have something that you think is worthy of at least the promotional value, and you're not going to make a whole lot of money charging $5 for something, but heck, If you've got something to offer and somebody's willing to pay you $5 or $10 to do it, doesn't take you a lot of time and doesn't take away from you making $100 or $200 in that period of time, then do it. I mean, it's something that you should definitely look at. Now, the other thing is IFTTT, which stands for If This Then That. And this is one of those things that I learned from Casey Eberhardt. So, if this, then that. Now, simply put, what it does is it provides for you to create recipes so that when you post in one place, it sends it somewhere else automatically. I mean, all this automated stuff is absolutely unbelievable. The power of the internet, of technology. So let's say I post something on Facebook, which I did. I posted that I was doing this on Facebook. And then I've got it set up in IFTTT that from there, that program sends it to Twitter. It sends it to LinkedIn. It stores it in my Dropbox. It sends it over to something else that I can't remember. But it sends it to like 5 or 6 different places. So there's all of this automation, which is amazing time-saving opportunities. And the program is completely free, and it kind of blows my mind that it is completely free. So I would suggest, again, that you be using something like that to promote your business. Figure out how to use it. It's pretty straightforward stuff. Phone app. Just plug it in. And most of the time, you don't have to create the recipes because tons of other people have already created recipes, and it's kind of open source. You can use their recipes as your own most of the time. So it's kind of brilliant in that regard. Blogging. Blogging is, that stands for something. Blog stands for something, and I don't know what that is, but essentially blogging enables you to write about whatever you want to write about and put it out there on the internet. Facebook is essentially blogging. It's micro-blogging, probably, something like that, but it's blogging. But you can go to WordPress. It's free. You can write a blog. It's free. You can put that as a link on Facebook. It's free. You can even set up a website now on some of these programs that are available for free. You can't really host it for free, but there are hosting sites out there for $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 a month. It's really inexpensive to do this stuff. The websites, some of the websites, now, if you pay somebody to do the website, it'll cost you a few bucks. But again, go to Fiverr, ask somebody to help you build a website. You might be able to build it for under $100, and then you're going to put it up and host it for maybe $5, $6 a month. Buy a domain name, might cost you $10. You are in business. I mean, it's really phenomenal how much you can put this stuff together for, how little you can put this stuff together for. And Groupon, now I've talked about Groupon from the standpoint of money-saving opportunities, going to the restaurant, the movies, travel, and so on and so forth. But look at it from the other perspective. Groupon is also an opportunity to market, and it's free. People say, well, hold on a second, how can it be free? Well, I mean, I'm not lying, but it's free in that it doesn't cost you any out-of-pocket money to do it. If Groupon wants your deal, they'll say, okay, you've got massages that you want to do, and they're normally $60, so why don't you do them for $39, and then they take half the money. I mean, it's true. You do it for $39, you're already discounting it. They're going to take 20 of the 39. You're going to get to keep 20, but your goal is then to build on that client relationship. Now, if you get a bunch of people in there that are just interested in that Groupon, and they come in once for a massage, you never see them again, that's the risk. But there's going to be a certain amount of people that are going to take that Groupon, that are going to love what you do, and then you can offer them services that you have in your studio at regular price or even at a discounted price, but you're still going to get more than you did get on the original Groupon ticket. So give Groupon and Living Social and those guys a call and see if it makes any sense for you. But that is essentially a free way to advertise, and it really works well. Look at sites like Lynda and Udemy. lynda.com and Udemy, Udemy. Lynda is Lynda. Now, they're not going to take everything and everybody, but it is an opportunity for you to create a class or a video, some kind of learning tool that they will then sell on their sites. Now, in some cases, they'll buy it from you. In other cases, they'll do a split revenue with you. In some cases, they're not interested in doing business with you at all, and you're not interested in doing it with them. That's fine. But there are certainly opportunities with lynda.com and Udemy. There are a few others. One of my clients told me about Sound Slice, which is specifically for musicians. He's a musician, so he's going to do videos on, how to learn how to play the guitar and so on and so forth, and then he's going to do a revenue split with them. So there's some great opportunities out there to do some really cool stuff. Networking groups, those are often at a small fee, so you've got to decide whether or not the ROI is worth it. But go check some out at least. You pay for the meal and check it out. You got to eat anyway, I suppose, so it's kind of free to go at least once. And whether or not you join is dependent upon whether or not you feel the return on your money is worth it. Chamber of Commerce can be very valuable. Sometimes you don't have to join the chamber. You can go to their meetings. They're usually not free, but they're not high cost either. It's a great way to meet people. Community organizations, professional organizations, those usually have a membership fee, but you can look into those and see whether or not those make sense. If you want to do some niche, some target marketing, professional organizations, realtors, mortgage, lawyers, CPAs, and so forth are terrific places to get involved. And last but not least, service groups like Rotary, Kiwanis, and so forth. Those are not free and they have a big time commitment, but they're really fantastic places to do business. Over time, you've got to go into service organizations with the idea that you want to help. You want to be of service. You're not going to go in there and network and give out your business cards. That's not the primary focus. But over time, you will build relationships and no doubt do business with people in there. So there are some phenomenal ideas. I'm going to let you go now. Think about all this stuff. If you want me to send you my list, I'm happy to do it. Just email me at neil@thewealthcreatorcompany.com or connect with me through the wealthcreator.com website, the wealthcreatorcompany.com website. And I will get that over to you, Kathy. Thank you. I will get that to you, no problem. So you all have a fantastic day. I will see you next week. I'm sure I'll see some of you before then. This is Neil Palache with the Wealth Creator Company for Women signing off. Thanks for listening.